guys, this is the Spiritual Barb coming to you with a love message for the collective today. Spirit really wanted me to put this message out. I came outside, I'm low-key on a staycation, and I just wanted to shed light on something that a lot of us have been experiencing within the collective. This is primarily for those who are, I'm hearing, celibate, who have been waiting for their divine counterparts. So you're going to know that this resonates with you. If you've been seeing 222, butterflies, I'm hearing blue jays, seagulls, the color blue, and rainbows, and good luck charms. So these are all that I'm hearing. I'm also hearing red cars, and I've been seeing a ton of red cars for some reason. I even saw a red helicopter earlier today, so that is super significant. But this message is for those of you who are currently in separation with your divine counterpart. And as a result, you might have been experiencing doubt, confusion, and even some chaos is what I'm hearing. But Spirit just wants to shed light on a few things, to bring you some peace during this time, to bring you some clarity during this time. And even for myself, I've gotten, different advice, and I've come across certain readings that resonate with my situation. But there was always a part of me, because I've been on my own healing journey, and a lot of that had to do with me learning to love myself, me learning to respect myself, and to not accept certain things from people, such as them not reciprocating the love and the attention and the quality that I bring. And so there's a lot of things that I stepped away from. I had to step away because there was a point in time where I was chasing. And it's because I didn't see my own self-worth. So for the divine feminines, there is a strong message to not chase your masculine. Allow him to figure this out. But what I wanted to come on here to advise you today is that feeling that you're feeling of, I'm over this, I don't want to deal with this anymore, I'm moving on, or have just considered letting the whole thing go completely. And I feel you. And you're not wrong for that. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You're not wrong for feeling that. Because that part of you still remembers the abuse, the neglect, the abandonment that you actually dealt with. And Spirit also wants me to let you understand that if you do decide to take this person back, if you're getting any advice to be patient, Spirit is not expecting you to stay with someone who's done all those things, who abandons you, and to continue putting up with neglect, lack of reciprocity. No. You stand in your power. Stand in your self-love. Okay? That work was not in vain. That work was actually to prepare you for the new version of this person. And so the person that you're holding space for is not that person. Forgive that version of them, yes. But if you still want this relationship to work, if you still hold a place in your heart for this person, you're holding space for the new version of them. Okay? And I know there's a lot of confusion with that because Spirit just wanted me to clarify. They're not telling you to stay in an abusive, narcissistic relationship. When you hear that advice, to be patient, to hang in there, okay? No, you actually need to allow that version of them to die. You need to allow that relationship, in a sense, to die. Because you were in a relationship with someone who was false. And you have to remember, we are the creators of our reality. So the version of you that was in the relationship that attracted that person also needs to die. Which is more than likely the version of you that chased instead of attracted, that didn't feel worthy, that didn't feel like you deserved respect, that didn't feel like you deserved reciprocity. So the same way that you're letting that version of them die, you also have to let the version of you that put up with that die. And when you guys come together again, there's going to be a resurrection for both of you, on his part and on your part. Spirit is so funny. It's literally 2:22 right now on my clock, you guys. Love is here. Okay? Don't give up hope. Don't give up on your divine counterpart. Everything happened the way that it was supposed to happen, because you both had to learn important lessons. You had to learn not to chase, not to accept the bare minimum. And he had to learn to appreciate when God sends him a gift. Trust me, he misses you very much. He knows what it is that he could possibly lose. And I'm going to share something with you. It's so funny. I was scrolling through YouTube the other night, and I came across this episode of Being Mary Jane. I literally haven't watched that show in years. But what caught my attention was Gabrielle Union. She had on like this wedding dress. She had a veil. And it was the final episode. And it's so funny, because in the episode, if you guys are familiar with Being Mary Jane, there was this guy, Justin, and he was her divine counterpart, right? I figured it out. Even though she tried to get over him, they broke up 1,000,001 times. They both dated